Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. The devotees from Nova Scotia, Ottawa, and Ogdensburg thank the New York Ashram for giving us the opportunity to join the Aradhana Global Satsang. We are making the following offerings. We will start with a reading by Dr. Anil Sharma on Bhakta Bhagavat's article, Bhagavan is my breath. This will be followed by a reading of an article from the talks titled Spiritual Heart by Darlene Karamanos, and then the reminiscence of Mahakrishna Swami taken from Face to Face by Evelyn Saphir. Thereafter, Ramanath Kameshwaran will recite Vaittapattu in praise of Bhagavan's grace as described by Sri Muruganar in Ramana Sannidhi Murai. Then, Sita Raghunathan will chant Sri Adi Shankaracharya's Guru Paduka Stotram. This will be followed by a few bhajans by Madhu Padmanabhan, Ramya Krishnan, and Krishnan Tirunellai. Ananta Padmanabhan will conclude our offering with a Pashuram and a Shlokam from Mundaka Upanishad. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. Today, on the commemoration of Sri Bhagavan's Aradhana, we will read an excerpt from Sri Bhakta Bhagavat's prayer manuscript. Sri Arunachala Bhakta Bhagavat, the founder of Arunachala Ashrama, wrote thousands of pages of prayers and petitions to his guru, Sri Ramana Maharshi. This particular manuscript is entitled Bhagavan is my breath. He writes, with Bhagavan's grace and blessings, I remain immersed in him most of the time. I say most of the time and not all the time, as there are moments when ego and ignorance envelop me, and I feel momentarily distracted. But no sooner the dark clouds melt away, the dazzling sun of Arunachala in my heart begins to shine in all its splendor and glory, and I awaken to the consciousness that Bhagavan is my very breath. This is the experience that Bhagavan gives me every day. The other day, an Indian devotee said, there are thousands of people who must have seen Bhagavan in the body, but his teaching was not imbibed by all of them. Hence, it is not necessary to have seen him in the body. He is present, here, right now. These words carry a great deal of meaning for me, as I have all along experienced that Bhagavan did not enable me to go to Tiruvannamalai when he tenanted the body, because he bestowed on me the great gift of experiencing his presence wherever I am, and whatever may be the circumstances in which I am serving my Guru, God and grace, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. Bhagavan brought me into this world to work out my destiny, so I may be released from the shackles of births and deaths. Decades have passed, and I have been trudging all these years towards the holy hill of Arunachala. But the holy hill is right in the cavity of my heart, and the more I chant and meditate, the more Bhagavan's teaching becomes a reality for me. That is why I say, Bhagavan is present within me, here, there, and everywhere. If we simply turn to the self in the heart, we shall experience peace and bliss. But the externalization of the mind is so strong and so steeped in the mire of the sense objects that it requires a great deal of scrubbing before the stains can be washed away and the heart cleansed. This process of washing away the dirt of the mind is achieved if we withdraw our senses from external objects and focus our attention on the interior of the heart. In the beginning, the practice may seem hard, but given time and regular practice, all inherent tendencies begin to be shed and in their place, calm and quiet, settle, and one is able to abide in the self. What could be greater than abidance of the self in the heart? And Bhagavan has given me that. It is now up to me to avail of the golden opportunity and keep on meditating on Him in the heart. The trials and tribulations caused by financial and family problems are there to test my mettle, but I cannot tide over these difficulties without the grace and blessings of Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. In His infinite mercy, He has taken away all the burdens from my shoulders, and what is left is the inherence in Him in the heart. This is the experience which enables me to declare that Bhagavan is my breath. Bhagavan is there to look after me and help me to work out the destiny that has been ordained upon the body. How can I express what is inexpressible and indescribable? Whatever privations my family may have to suffer, I take it that everything comes from Bhagavan. He is ever kind and compassionate, and we simply have to cling on Him under all conditions. I am sailing on the open sea with a single raft of Bhagavan's name, and day in and day out I call upon Him in the heart to look after me, so that the onslaughts of the ego and ignorance do not deflect me from the path to Arunachala. No doubt I find myself surrounded by those who look upon worldly gains as the only criterion of a success. But happiness does not come from external things. Sooner or later, everyone has to turn to the heart to find a resting place for himself, and this can be done by turning to Bhagavan and carrying out His will. What is badly needed is faith in Bhagavan, and He will look after our needs. Faith cannot come easily if we don't spend time in meditation and prayer. Meditation is the essential force to unlock the door of the heart. As soon as my mind thinks of Arunachala, there is so much peace that I am completely absorbed in it. Whatever may be the condition of my family or finances, the very remembrance of Arunachala Ramana removes every trace of pain and suffering and fills me with indescribable peace and happiness. In such a situation, how can I believe that the Lord Ramana has not been looking after me all these years? If there are privations, they are meant to burn away the dross from my life, so that I may not face obstacles in reaching Arunachala. Bhagavan has been kind to me and has shown me the path which is the surest way to His holy feet. What could be a greater gift than basking in His power and glory? This wanderer and wayfarer has been singing the hymns and praises of the great Guru, God and grace, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. In sheer joy, I feel as light and gay as a bird, springing and sparkling like the mountain stream, brilliant and bright like the sea, sagacious and sanguine like the early dawn, green and gracious like the rain-washed grass, beaming, blooming, and blossoming like a rose, and hospitable and humble like the dust of the devotees' feet. I feel completely inebriated with the wine of my devotion to the Lord Ramana's holy feet. I am submerged in the ocean of illumination and irradiation which has no room for darkness. I am saturated to the nth degree with Bhagavan's holy name, and the sail of my lifeboat is set for Arunachala. I live in Bhagavan, think in Bhagavan, dream in Bhagavan, sleep in Bhagavan, work in Bhagavan, eat in Bhagavan, breathe in Bhagavan, and exist in Bhagavan. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. A reading from Talk number 205. Mr. Cohen had been cogitating on the nature of the heart. If the spiritual heart beats, if so, how? Or if it does not beat, then how is it to be felt? Maharshi, this heart is different from the physical heart. Beating is the function of the latter. The former is the seat of spiritual experience. That is all that can be said of it. Just as a dynamo supplies motive power to the whole systems of lights, fans, etc., so the original primal force supplies energy to the beating of the heart, respiration, etc. Devotee, how is the I consciousness felt? Maharshi, as an unbroken awareness of I. It is simply consciousness. Devotee, can we know it when it dawns? Maharshi, yes, as consciousness. You are that even now. There will be no mistaking it when it is pure. Devotee, why do we have such a place as the heart for meditation? Maharshi, because you seek consciousness. Where can you find it? Can you reach it externally? You have to find it internally. Therefore, you are directed inward. Again, the heart is only the seat of consciousness, or consciousness itself. Devotee, on what should we meditate? Maharshi, who is the meditator? Ask the question first. Remain as the meditator. There is no need to meditate. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.
This is a reminiscence of Mahakrishna Swami, who established Bhagavan Sri Ramanashramam in Brazil and who stayed at the ashram during 1938 to 1940. It appears as reminiscence number 154 in Face to Face with Sri Ramana Maharshi. The Swami writes, in 1938, I was taken to Bhagavan. His face radiated endless love and serenity. I prostrated before him. He said to me, "It seems you have been called." After thus greeting me, he became deeply absorbed. Without looking at anyone or anything, he was penetrating into my innermost self. Suddenly he turned to me, and with a look that acquired an indescribable intensity, aroused in me quietness, deep peace, and a great compassion for all living beings of the universe. From that day on, I knew that Bhagavan was not an ordinary master, but a universal Satguru. I then began to attune myself to his Upadesh, which I perceived was vitalizing and transforming me in every way. I knew that what I could absorb of the light of initiation would be according to my own efforts. I was to develop more and more control of my thoughts for receiving the subtle vibrations radiated by Bhagavan. One day, Bhagavan told me, "Silence is the most potent form of teaching, transmitted from the master to the adept. The soundless voice is pure intuition. It is the voice of the spiritual mind speaking in our innermost being. Self-inquiry is the only path we have in order to eliminate spiritual unconsciousness, which is widespread. Self-inquiry brings the consciousness of the divine, the universal truth, and the light that governs the universe. All this must be known, felt, lived, and realized. In order to realize this truth, we need to eliminate the thinking mind, to dissolve it in the universal self. End quote. To forget the ego and discover the universal being is the direct path taught by Bhagavan. After practicing self-inquiry for a period of time, one awakens a current of consciousness, the supreme consciousness. Bhagavan recommends effort is necessary to move oneself deeper and deeper in the practice of self-inquiry. Firm determination is essential to achieve the experience. End quote. Diving into the right side of the chest, the adept enters into the attitude of silence. Thoughts disappear, and the state of consciousness, I am that, arises. Bhagavan spoke very little and showed the world how much could be transmitted by silence. With his attitude of serene benevolence, he set all at ease. I felt with absolute certainty that all the knowledge to be gained would be simply assimilated from his holy presence, for I had caught the truth, that he is the link to the formless being. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.
ஓம் நமோ பகவதே ஸ்ரீ ரமணாய. ரமண சந்நிதி முறை வைத்த 10. Today I am going to recite few verses from Sri Murugana Swamigal's வைத்த 10. வைத்த 10 is a padigam where every line ends with the word Vaitar. These verses sing the praise of Bhagavan's grace. உன்னிலாம் உயிரும் வைத்தார், உயிரொடும் உணர்வு வைத்தார், கண்ணிலே காட்சி வைத்தார், கருத்தொடு கரணம் வைத்தார், மண்ணிலே மாட்சி வைத்தார், மருளுவார்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், விண்ணிலே விளக்கம் வைத்த வேங்கட விகர்தனாரே. வானிலே கலப்பு வைத்தார், வாசனன் மலரில் வைத்தார், பானலாங்கண்ணிபாலே பரிவுடை பார்வை வைத்தார், ஆனிலே அஞ்சு வைத்தார், அஞ்சுவார்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், வேனலான் விழியச் செற்ற வெங்கட வெங்கடாரே. கருவிலே கனத்தை வைத்தார், கனவிலு நனவு வைத்தார், உருவிலே அறுவை வைத்தார், ஒழிவிலே ஒடுக்கம் வைத்தார், திருவிலே திரளை வைத்தார், தியங்குவார்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், வெறுவிலா விமலரான வெங்கட விபுலனாரே. குளத்திலே நயனம் வைத்தார், குலத்திலே நலத்தை வைத்தார், களத்திலே கடுவை வைத்தார், கலப்பிலே அமுதம் வைத்தார், உளத்திலே உறுதி வைத்தார், உருகுவார்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், விளத்திலே வேட்கை வைத்த வெங்கட வேணியாரே. செய்களை திறந்த வைத்தார், சிந்தையை செறிய வைத்தார், மொய்களை அகழ வைத்தார், மோனத்தை பயில வைத்தார், பொய்களை புலம்ப வைத்தார், போற்றுவார்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், மெய்யினை மேவ வைத்த வெங்கட மெய்யனாரே. தாயுளே அன்பு வைத்தார், தந்தையுள் அறிவு வைத்தார், தீயுளே புனலை வைத்தார், தீம்பரை தேம்ப வைத்தார், வாயுளே வாய்மை வைத்தார், வாழ்த்துவார்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், வேயுளே முத்தம் வைத்த வெங்கட முத்தனாரே, நீதத்தை நிகழ வைத்தார், நெஞ்சிலே நேயம் வைத்தார், ஏதத்தை அகல வைத்தார், என்பு நெக்குருக வைத்தார், பாதத்தை பரவ வைத்தார், பரவுவார்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், வேதத்தை விளம்ப வைத்த வெங்கட வேதனாரே, நாட்டிலே நரரை வைத்தார், நட்பிலே வாழ்வை வைத்தார், கேட்டிலே ஆக்கம் வைத்தார், கிழமையில் பழமை வைத்தார், பாட்டிலே பண்ணை வைத்தார், பாடுவார்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், வீட்டிலே இன்பம் வைத்த வெங்கட விசிட்டனாரே, கோனைவான் பிறை மேல் வைத்தார், கோளரா முடிமேல் வைத்தார், நாணை வாசுகியில் வைத்தார், நாட்டத்தை புறத்தில் வைத்தார், ஆணையை கூற்றில் வைத்தார், அடைந்தவர்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், வீணையை மிடற்றில் வைத்த வெங்கட வினோதனாரே, சேரநல் இனங்கள் வைத்தார், செய்யத்தம் சேவை வைத்தார், தேரமை ஞானம் வைத்தார், தேக்க ஆனந்தம் வைத்தார், பாரமென் சொல்லில் வைத்தார், படுத்துவார்க்கு அருளும் வைத்தார், வீரமெட்டூரில் வைத்த வெங்கட வீரனாரே, வீரமெட்டூரில் வைத்த வெங்கட வீரனாரே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.
ఆదిశంకరాచార్య విరచితం గురుపాదుకా స్తోత్రం. అనంద సంసార సముద్రతార నౌకాయిదాభ్యాం గురుభక్తిదాభ్యాం వైరాగ్య సామ్రాజ్యద పూజనాభ్యాం నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం కవిత్వవారాసి నిశాకరాభ్యాం దౌర్భాగ్యతావాంబుదమాలికాభ్యాం దూరీకృతా నమ్ర విపత్తదిభ్యాం నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం నతాయయో శ్రీపదితాం సమీయుః కదాచిదప్యాసు దరిద్రవర్యాం మూకాశ్చ వాచస్పదితాం హితాభ్యాం నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం నాళీకనీకాశపదాహృదాభ్యాం నానావిమోహాదినివారికాభ్యాం నమజ్జనాభీష్టతతిప్రదాభ్యాం నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం నృపాళిమౌళివ్రజరత్నకాంతి సరిద్విరాజఝషకన్యకాభ్యాం నృపత్వదాభ్యాం నతలోకపంక్తేః నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం పాపాంధకారార్కపరంపరాభ్యాం తాపత్రయాహీంద్రగఘేశ్వరాభ్యాం జాఢ్యాబ్ది సంశోషణవాడవాభ్యాం నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం శమాధిషట్కప్రదవైభవాభ్యాం సమాధిదానవ్రత దీక్షితాభ్యాం రమాదవాంగ్రిస్థిర భక్తిదాభ్యాం నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం స్వాక్షాత్పరాణాం అఖిలేష్టదాభ్యాం స్వాహా సహాయాక్ష దురంధరాభ్యాం స్వాందార్చ భావప్రద పూజనాభ్యాం నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం కామాది సర్పవ్రజగారుడాభ్యాం వివేక వైరాగ్య నిధిప్రదాభ్యాం బోధప్రదాభ్యాం ధృతమోక్షదాభ్యాం నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం నమో నమః శ్రీ గురుపాదుకాభ్యాం.
महागणपते नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते मातंगामुख नमोस्तुते मातंगामुख नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते गिरिजानन्दन नमोस्तुते गिरिजानन्दन नमोस्तुते पार्वती बालक नमोस्तुते पार्वती बालक नमोस्तुते ओंकारेश्वर नमोस्तुते ओंकारेश्वर नमोस्तुते जय विजयी भव नमोस्तुते जय विजयी भव नमोस्तुते जय विजयी भव नमोस्तुते जय विजयी भव नमोस्तुते 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 महागणपते नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते शिवाय परमेश्वराय चन्द्रशेखराय नमो शिवाय परमेश्वराय चन्द्रशेखराय नमो शिवाय परमेश्वराय चन्द्रशेखराय नमो शिवाय परमेश्वराय चन्द्रशेखराय नमो भवाय भवभयहराय शिवताण्डवाय नमो भवाय भवभयहराय शिवताण्डवाय नमो चन्द्रशेखराय नमो चन्द्रशेखराय नमो शशिशेखराय नमो शशिशेखराय नमो शिवताण्डवाय नमो शिवताण्डवाय नमो शूलधर फणिवर
पुरारे शङ्कर पुरारे शूलधर फणिवर कंकण पुरारे शूलधर फणिवर कंकण पुरारे शंभो पुरारे शंकर पुरारे शंभो पुरारे शंकर पुरारे शंभो पुरारे शंकर पुरारे शंभो पुरारे शंकर पुरारे शूलधर फणिवर कंकण पुरारे शूलधर फणिवर कंकण पुरारे जननी कृपा करो अम्बे जननी कृपा करो अम्बे जननी कृपा करो अम्बे जननी कृपा करो अम्बे जय जननी जय जगदम्बे जय जननी जय जगदम्बे जननी 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 कृपा करो अम्बे जननी कृपा करो अम्बे माता महेश्वरी मंगलदायिनी अम्बे माता महेश्वरी मंगलदायिनी अम्बे मंगलदायिनी त्रिपुरेश्वरी जगदम्बे मंगलदायिनी त्रिपुरेश्वरी जगदम्बे अभयदायिनी अमृतभाषिणी अम्बे अभयदायिनी अमृतभाषिणी अम्बे जननी 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 कृपा करो अम्बे जननी कृपा करो अम्बे जननी कृपा करो अम्बे जननी कृपा करो अम्बे जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी गौरी जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी गौरी जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी माता जय देवी जय देवी जय देवी माता जय शक्ति काली जय शक्ति काली जय शक्ति दुर्गे जय शक्ति दुर्गे जय शक्ति लक्ष्मी जय शक्ति वाणी जय शक्ति दुर्गे जय शक्ति दुर्गे वेल मुरुगन கந்தா முருகா குமரா கார்த்திகேயா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா முருகா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா 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 திருப்பரங்கிரி வீரனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா திருப்பரங்கிரி வீரனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா திருச்செந்தூர் வேலனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா திருச்செந்தூர் வேலனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா திருப்பழனி பாலனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா திருப்பழனி பாலனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா திருவேரக செல்வனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா திருவேரக செல்வனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா குமரா 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 ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா தணிகை மலைநாதனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா தணிகை மலைநாதனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா சோலைமலை முருகனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா சோலைமலை முருகனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா குஞ்சரியார் குருடனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா குஞ்சரியார் குருடனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா குன்றிலாடும் குமரனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா குன்றிலாடும் குமரனுக்கு ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா சுவாமி 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 ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா குமரா 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 ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா முருகா 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 ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. Namaskar. We will now conclude our satsang from the Arunachala Ashrama, Nova Scotia, Ottawa, and Ogdensburg with the third Pasuram of Tirupavai, followed by the last two verses of Mundaka Upanishad. In the Pasuram, Sri Andal pronounces the importance of surrender with penance to the Absolute Brahman in Lord Vishnu in Trivikrama form, who is all-pervasive. The surrender brings righteous prosperity to all living beings with timely rains, rich harvest of grains, green fields with canals with lots of fish, bees cross-pollinating the flora, healthy cows happily offering milk in abundance, people living in His grace in bliss. This will be followed by the last two verses from the Mundaka Upanishad. As flowing rivers disappear into the ocean, losing their separate name and form. Even so, the jnani, freed from name and form, becomes one with the effulgent being, the Self, or Supreme Brahman, the highest of the high. Verily, he who knows the Supreme Brahman himself becomes Brahman. In his lineage, none is born who knows not the Brahman. He crosses beyond sorrow, beyond sin. Liberated from the knots of the heart, the ego, he becomes immortal. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. ஓங்கி உலகளந்த ஓங்கி உலகளந்த உத்தமன் பேர் பாடி ஓங்கி உலகளந்த உத்தமன் பேர் பாடி நாங்கள் நம் பாவைக்கு சாற்று நீராடினால் தீங்கின்றி நாடெல்லாம் திங்கள் மும்மாறிப் பெய்து ஓங்கு பெரும் சென்னல் ஊடு கயலுக பூங்குவளை போதில் பொடிவண்டு கண்படுப்ப தேங்காதே புக்கிருந்து சீர்த்த முலை பற்றி தேங்காதே புக்கிருந்து சீர்த்த முலை பற்றி வாங்கக் குடம் நிறைக்கும் வள்ளல் பெரும் பசுக்கள் நீங்காத செல்வம் நிறைந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய். நீங்காத செல்வம் நிறைந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய். ஓம் ஸ்ரீ குருப்யோ நமः. ஹரி ஓம். யதா நத்யஸ்யந்தமானா சமுத்ரே ஸ்தம் கச்சந்தி நாமரூபே விஹாய ததா வித்வான் நாமரூபாத் விமுக்தः பராத் பரம் புருஷம் உபைதி திவ்யம் ச யோக வை தத் பரமம் பிரம்ம வேத பிரம்மைவ பவதி ந அஸ்ய அப்ரம்மவித் குலே பவதி தரதி சோகம் தரதி பாப்மானம் குஹாக்ரந்திப்யோ விமுக்தோ அம்ருதோ பவதி. ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தி. ஹரி ஓம். ஸ்ரீ குருப்யோ நமः. ஹரி ஓம். தத்சத்.